So if you had a teenage son, what would be the one piece of advice you'd give him to break through the matrix and achieve success in life, whatever that is for him?
I'm actually genuinely worried about my children because I grew up so broke and they're going to be so fucking rich.
It is a worry, isn't it?
It's a worry because you're a different man when you have no safety net. You're a different man when you have to pull it off. No, I need to. No, I literally have to pull this off. I have to roll the dice. Most men don't understand what it feels like to roll a dice and you have to get a 6. They go, what do you mean you have to? No, I have to get a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, but what if you don't? No, I have to get a 6. You're not understanding me. So that's extremely character building. And for that reason, I'm going to make sure that my children, another thing that comes with it, I took a bunch of risks that I would never be comfortable with my children taking because this is the problem. You go soft, right?
Yes.
I was riding around on a motorcycle with no insurance, running from the cops. And
yeah.
I could have been splattered on the road. And I would never want my son to do that. But at the same time, I want him to be like me. Yeah. So it's difficult. It's hard.
He can't go through the same lessons that you went through.
Correct.
And I think that's why you didn't give me everything.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah. Curtis has basically earned his way in life. He's done very, very well. But I wouldn't just give him everything. Absolutely not. Even down to a loan when he started his business, he needed a laptop. I said, well, you got to go and earn that money to buy that laptop. Well, he went to his nan, managed to get a loan off his nan,
and I paid that back.
But that's different. He's got it as a loan. He hasn't been given a handout, you know?
And you need that. And you need that for a variety of reasons. One, because you won't be satisfied with yourself. If you're given a bunch of money, you're never gonna be happy with money.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And two, there's so many lessons that come along the way with business that you can't just skip, right? So I know exactly what you mean. But as for my teenage son, I'm gonna try very hard to. He's gonna have problems he needs to solve. And I think if you're a young man, even if you're not my child, if you're just any man who's out there in the world today, you need to look at some problems that need solving either for yourself or for society and find a way to fix them. And I think that you should just adopt some problems and try and fix them. It doesn't matter what it is. You can just try and fix the litter in your area, or you can try and get a 6-pack or whatever you want. Men are builders. The modern world, call me misogynistic, the modern world was built by men. Every building you're in was built by men. Every road you drive on was built by men. We're builders, we build things, and that's what you should be focused on. And like I said before, if you're hardworking and you build, and I think you'll do well in life. That's what it's really about. You can't hide away from the brutal realities of work. That's it. And while we're on the subject, that's actually where these last 2 years have been pure clown world, because I've known some people who've made a bunch of money in crypto, and I've said to them, what you've just gone through, what you've just done is once in a generation, and it's completely ruined you. Because normally, if you make, let's say, 200 grand, you have learned lessons to make that 200 grand. Yeah. You've learned marketing, you've learned sales, you've learned how to manage staff, you learn how to deal with pressure, you learn how to be on time, you've learned a bunch of things.
So you can continue it.
So you can continue. And even if you lose all the money, you retain the lessons.
100%.
What have you learned? You bought a coin, it went up. Okay, good. You have not learned a single fucking thing about how money is made, about personal development. You didn't even learn how to have a firm handshake and put on a tie. You learned nothing. You pulled it off. You made a few dollars. You've lost them now. And now the worst thing about it is you think you're too good for work. You think you're so smart now. Yeah. Oh, I made it. This is the next one. You got lucky. Now you think you're too good to actually get up and grind. You think you're just going to pull it off again, another lottery win. And you don't think you have to work very hard. And guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to end up fucking broke because that's not the reality of the world. That clown world shit is over. All that shit is over. We're about to get into harder times than ever. If you're sitting at home and you made a bit of money with crypto and you think, don't worry, it's going to go up again soon. You're just praying for some external force. That's not self-accountability. Sitting and watching the Bitcoin price, waiting for it to go up so you have money is not self-accountability. That's prayer. You might as well just do the lottery numbers. All these people who made money in this clown world, a lot of them haven't learned any lessons about the reality of Earth. And it's about to get a lot harder. Inside of my school, The Real World, we have an entire subject on attention and focus, because a lot of kids, especially young kids now, can't even pay attention. No. We have to teach them from the beginning how to watch the lessons because they're too long and they can't focus.
It's crazy. It's like picking up your phone all the time. Like even some of the people that work for us, you know, I want them to be focusing on their job and they're always on their phone. It's not Kai, it's a lot of other people.
I know.
But yeah, they're always on their phone. It's breaking their attention and they don't realize it's not the time just on their phone. It's like taking them out from it and then back into it. It takes you a bit of time to get into it.
Completely. People can't even focus anymore.
Yeah.
And so inside the school in the real world, we have to teach people how to focus again. So like these last few years have been complete clown world. And I think we're about to hit very, very difficult times. But in hard times, the people who are good at the game get very rich.
Well, we interviewed Tom Hartley very recently, the supercar dealer, and he made his money from 11 years old to 17, lost $1 million at that point, went back to broke. But the words he said were, I learned all those lessons. I can get there again.
Completely.